Hello everyone, my name is Emma and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a little bit of a different video. We're getting cozy today, we're doing a bit of a voiceover, so that's why you're currently looking at the Walt Disney World website right now. We are going to do a deep dive today into the Disney Cultural Representative Program for the UK Pavilion, which is the program I'll be starting in July of 2024. Of course, I'm really excited and I'm just really enjoying making videos, and I'd love to share my knowledge and also just guide you guys through some of the information that's available online. We're starting from really basic stuff like where you'll be working and what Epcot is for those who maybe don't know, although I'm sure many do, so you are welcome to skip chapters if it's something that you already know about. Everything on this video will be separated into little chapters so you can easily go through it all and listen to me talk about it. So I hope you enjoy. We're gonna be here for a little while, so please enjoy my little deep dive into Walt Disney World and the CRP. So, to start off with, what is the Disney Cultural Representative Program? So the Disney Cultural Representative Program is a program where you'll be working in the UK Pavilion in Epcot. So Epcot's one of the 4 main Disney parks, and in Epcot there's a section called the World Showcase, and the whole idea and the premise behind the World Showcase is it's a way to almost walk around the world in like an afternoon or in a day, and there are lots of different pavilions is what they call them, representing different countries of the world. So there's a big variety, you know, European, Asian, American countries, lots and lots and lots of things like that, and you get to walk through them and explore as if you are going to these countries. And because of that, the people who work in those countries actually come from those countries, so they'll be on a program just like me. They would have applied in the same way that I did, or a version of it in their country, and they would have made their way all the way out to America to live there for an entire year. So that's what makes it so authentic, and that's why they continue to hire people from the UK, for example, because it just makes the experience that much better for the guests and everything like that. So that is the whole premise of the CRP. If anyone's not seen, by the way, the applications have been announced to be opening soon. That was a total coherent sentence. The applications are opening on Monday, I believe, so I'll show you that post just here. Again, I'll link everything in the description. I'll try my very best to get all the information out to you guys, but yeah, I think it's opening on Monday. The applications tend to open for like a week, so you gotta be on it, and even if you don't know whether you want to actually go through it or not, I would still recommend applying because the applications will probably not open for another year after this time. I applied on the 9th of January 2023 and then these applications are opening in February of 2024, so you could be waiting more than a year between applications, so I would keep your eye on it if you want to consider doing it. Like, even if you're not sure, I think it's a good idea to apply if you even have like a little bit of a want to do it. You might change your mind later down the line, might be like, actually this is really for me. So yeah. This is Epcot. As you can see, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the biggest things that is going on there. It's one of the newest things. But what I'm going to focus on really is just going through the different sections kind of just briefly and showing you what it all looks like. So Epcot, I believe, is the Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. So that's what it stands for. And it's essentially a park all about the future and like showcasing different parts of the world. So, you know, there's bits that showcase technology and nature and culture, so it's a very like educational sort of park, so where the possible becomes possible. So this is brand new. I have not actually been here to the Journey of Water, so I'll be very excited to explore this with you guys. They also have lots of festivals going on, so pretty much all year round, apart from a few breaks, they have festivals. So they have the Festival of the Arts, the Festival of the Holidays, the Food and Wine Festival, and the Flower and Garden Festival. I don't know if there's any more, but they essentially just have lots of food or showcases of different things like art, for example. They just do lots of little events and special things for that time of year. So you got World Celebration in this area. You've got things like Spaceship Earth and some food and dining and the big shop creations. Connections is the Easter egg. Creations is the big new shop. You've also got World Discovery, so this is kind of like more of your spacey themed stuff, the future stuff. I actually been to Space 220. It was very fun. It was very weird. It's like a restaurant where you go into like space in an elevator, so that's pretty cool. And you got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is a ride I would recommend. And you got World Nature, so you've got all the things like the seas and soaring. So this is all about like exploring what nature has to offer and seeing all that in its full glory. And I love the seas. The seas is great. It's like one of the biggest aquariums, I believe. And then this is the bit that's the most interesting to me, because this is where you'll be working if you're doing the CRP. So it's the World Showcase. There's 11 countries in it. So you've got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in the France Pavilion, Frozen Ever After in the Norwegian Pavilion, the Norway Pavilion. The Grand Fiesta Tour is in the Mexican Pavilion. There's not heaps of rides in the World Showcase, but it's mostly just food and like shops, but these are a few of the attractions that are there. And yeah, this is what's going on right now. So the Festival of the Arts. And as I said, yep, you've got the Flower and Garden Festival, the Food and Wine Festival, and the Festival of the Holidays. So if you want to like deep dive more into these and click on these, I have left the link as well. And yeah, there's lots of very cool restaurants. You've got Le Cellier in Canada, you've got the Rose and Crown, of course, in the UK Pavilion, and there's just loads of stuff as well just there that you can... Dining is the main part of Epcot World Showcase, I would say. So yeah, that is a sort of sampling of Epcot. I don't want to spend the whole day talking about what Epcot is, because I'm sure you would research it in your own time, but that's kind of a summary of what the kind of vibe of Epcot is. It's an amazing park. I think it's one of the most adult parks in Walt Disney World. It kind of is very immersive and very magical, and I think it's just amazing, and I'm incredibly excited to be working there. I think out of all the parks, it's the one that I think is going to be just the most exciting. There's just so much going on in Epcot all the time. It's such a vibrant place to be, and that's what I'm most excited about. So that's Epcot in its entirety, and you can sort of see on the map here, this is what Epcot looks like. You've got a few resorts around it. You've actually got, next to Epcot just here, you've got this whole area where the boardwalk is, and the first time I ever went to the boardwalk was on my last trip in May of 2022, and you know, there's like this entranceway, I forget what it's called, it's there's a name for it. It's like, is it the International Gateway, something like that? Oh, and that's where the Skyliner goes as well. There's like a gateway anyway that goes out into the boardwalk area, and you can, you know, you can mooch around here, have some food, and then go back into Epcot, or vice versa. It's a really cool little area. It's great. I love that area, and I guess, you know, after work or before work, you can definitely chill out around this zone. It's right nearby. You got the Riviera as well that's nearby, Caribbean Beach, and it's all connected by the brand new Skyliner, or the newish Skyliner. It's not so much brand new anymore, but yeah, you can see this big lake as well. This is what is the centerpiece of the World Showcase. So all of the countries surround this lake, and then in the middle of the lake they have the fireworks show. So I haven't seen the new one because I haven't been since 2022, but they tend to do like a really big fireworks show in the middle of the World Showcase, and all the pavilions become part of the show. And yeah, I think one of the highlights and one of the things that I've seen online that people really rave about in terms of doing the CRP is that you get to see the fireworks at your job. So exciting. I just kind of get all giddy thinking about it because I love the fireworks and the music and stuff. It's fantastic. You get to experience that from all the different pavilions, but while you're working as well. And the like lanterns and the lights on all the buildings become a part of the show, and it's awesome. So that is a summary of Epcot. And again, you can look more into the individual stuff if you'd like. There's like maps and stuff available on the website. You can actually look at this, I believe. So this is like the Epcot guide map, if it will load. There we go. There's Figment. Oh my gosh, so you can meet Figment now. I've not been able to do that yet. I love Figment. But yeah, if you want to have a look at this little pamphlet, you can, and it will just give you a really good insight into the Epcot park. It's honestly one of my faves. I love it so much. Let's talk about the program, because we know all about Epcot now. So the Culture Representative Program, this is the official Disney Korea's website on it. I'll just read you what they have to say, and then I'll give you like my 2 cents on it as someone who hasn't been out there yet but has sat through quite a few presentations about it. This one tells you all the different countries and how you can apply for those countries. So it says, The Cultural Representative Program plays an important role in helping us create immersive experiences and transport guests to another place. To qualify for this program, you must be at least 18 years of age and authentically represent one of the countries or regions that has inspired our resorts, pavilions, and theme parks. Some roles, as indicated, may be part of the Country Pavilion. We recruit friendly, outgoing, hospitality-oriented people to represent their cultures, traditions, and history of their country. Participants have the chance to greet and interact with people from across the globe, all while sharing their own heritage. Participants will also contribute greatly to our overall guest experience across the Walt Disney World Resort, including the Kidcot Fun Stop. The countries are Canada, China, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Morocco, Norway, Southeast Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and the United Kingdom, last but not least. So it says, in this 12-month cultural representative program, participants greet and interact with guests while sharing the United Kingdom's amazing culture. The United Kingdom Pavilion captures the essence of the 4 countries of Britain: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. As guests enter the pavilion, they are greeted by outdoor carts selling refreshments, plus a variety of shops such as Twinings Tea, Cadbury Chocolates, fine china, sportswear from Wimbledon, and handcrafted products from Wales. Opposite the shopping street, the Yorkshire County Fish Shop offers fish and chips next door to the Rose and Crown restaurant and pub. Some roles may offer the opportunity for participants to work for an operating participant. Here, participants have the opportunity to represent their customs and heritage at the heraldry merchandise shop at the United Kingdom. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but there you go. So that gives you an essence of what Disney has to say about the program. So with the CRP, you can either be a part of food and beverage or merchandise, or you can partake in a operating participant program. So that is the Crown and Crest. So I think it's called the HRC. It's a different program where you work within one specific shop in the UK Pavilion, and I will touch on that later because it's kind of its own thing. And for people who did not make it on the regular CRP, I guess, I have seen a few of them get onto the other program, the HRC, I believe. So yeah, there is still a chance if you have some retail experience and are interested in history. So that's really cool. So let's pop on to this website. This is the main one that you'll probably become familiar with, but this is the Yummy Jobs website. And Yummy Jobs, let me just show you, is just a recruiter in the UK who does loads and loads and loads of programs in the US. I don't know if they do it in other countries, but they do it in the US. This is my sister, by the way, right here. Shout out to Hannah. My sister did a Universal Orlando program back in 2018, and this is her and her boyfriend right at the end, and it's very cute that they're still on this. Just had to do that little shout out. Yeah, this here tells you about all the international programs for Disney, but there are loads of other programs, and there are a few Disney programs as well. If you are a university student, you can also do the summer exchange, cultural exchange program. I believe that's like 3 months in the summertime, but I'm a graduate, so I can no longer do that. So I'm doing the Cultural Representative Program. Also, if you are part of a participating university, you can study abroad for a year and do the academic exchange program. But we are talking about the Cultural Representative Program because that's the program I'm doing and have some knowledge of, and what I'm going to be sharing with you on this channel. Recruitment is complete for positions starting throughout 2024. So see details of the next recruitment season. You can follow Yummy Jobs on social media, which is a great idea, and I would highly recommend. If you're watching this like later down the line and it's not the current season that I'm talking about, follow the Yummy Jobs social media. Like, they tend to do a recruitment intake like every year, so yeah, keep an eye out on it because it's not always permanently closed. So it will eventually reopen if you're looking to do it. This is kind of their details on it. So it tells you that you're going to Orlando, Florida at Walt Disney World Resort. There's also no sort of dates. They're sort of being announced, so I don't think this is really relevant. It is a 12-month program, so you can't just go out for like 3 months or 4 months. It's a whole year. And the current wage, which it does say this on my contract as well, is $17 per hour. So not too bad. As far as I'm aware from what people have said on group chats and stuff, it's perfectly a livable wage, and the minimum hours is 32 per week, but I think it varies. Some weeks I think you get loads, some weeks I think you get closer to the minimum, but I think you do end up being quite busy. I don't think you'll be out of work for too long. I mean, you have to do a minimum of 32 anyway to meet the terms of your visa, so yeah, that's kind of important. so let's have a look. So we've got program highlights. So yeah, again, same as on the Disney website, you work in food and beverage, merchandise, and KidCot. So KidCot is actually a section in each of the pavilions where children can come and they can do some like little arts and crafty things, get some stamps for their passports, get some signed by the people from the pavilions, and it's kind of like a little task, a little fun little activity that kids can do when they go around. I did it when I was a kid. You can actually buy a passport and get little stamps from all the different countries, and it's really fun. So yeah, that's part of the merchandise roles, so I think you can sit at the little KidCot table and chat to kids about the UK and, yeah, educate them a little bit on your culture, which is really cool. Again, yep, $17 per hour, at least 32 hours per week. And yes, you will be going for a Q1 cultural representative visa. So I'll talk more about this in detail when I do actually go ahead with the process. Thus far, I've just got an email telling me that the visa process will start about 3 months before I go out. So it's a little while. But yeah, this is a special visa that you can go and represent Disney for a year. So that's the visa that you're going for. And then yes, you also get 30 days travel after the visa if you wish, within the US. They don't like send you home immediately after you're done with your work. They don't deport you or anything like that. We're gonna go through housing. I've in fact got the Flamingo Crossings tab as the next one. But yeah, this is what it says all about housing. So it says, one of the most unique aspects of the Disney international programs is just how international they really are. Every day you'll have the experience of living and working with cast members from all over the world. Participants on the Disney international programs will be fortunate to live in the brand new state-of-the-art Flamingo Crossings village. So yes, it is pretty new. They used to be Patterson Court, Chatham, and Vista Way, I believe. They used to be different housing, but they've since moved on to Flamingo Crossings Village, which is a lot more modern. And yeah, I'm really excited to be living in Flamingo Crossings. I have heard mixed reviews, but I think the whole place is beautiful, so I could live with, you know, shitty roommates, I guess. It just looks amazing, and you'll see why in a second. A fully furnished apartments set among an array of amenities including fitness centers, transportation systems, swimming pools, and computer labs, providing an exciting setting for you to build relationships and create lifelong memories. You can also participate in cast member events and scheduled activities throughout your program. So these are going on all the time. There's like lots of character meets and classes and parties, movie nights. I've seen it all on Instagram because I follow the Disney Programs Instagram page. Maybe I'll link that one as well, just so you guys can have a look at that. During your personal time, you'll have the opportunity to visit Disney parks and explore everything that Orlando, Florida has to offer. What more could you want? So yes, you do get free Disney tickets. I believe there are some blockout dates, but for the most part, yeah, you can go to the Disney parks on your day off as a cast member, which is really exciting. Each apartment has 2 bedrooms. You'll have the option to share a bedroom with one other Disney International Programs participant, and the cost, which includes all utilities, is between $202 to $246 per week. In order to make the living experience more convenient for you, housing costs are automatically deducted from participants' weekly paycheck, which I like, because I don't like having to deal with thinking about that. If it's already out of my paycheck, it's like out of sight, out of mind, and I feel like that's very, very convenient. I don't know if others like that, but I enjoy that, not having to think about it. I actually worked at a few places where this was also the case, and it made life very easy, because you know that the check that you get is predominantly disposable income after, you know, you got your food and all that sort of stuff. Everything else is covered, which is fantastic. Participants will also help support the exclusive activities and events they'll get to attend throughout the program by contributing a one-time fee. Yes, just so you know, when you accept the offer, you have to pay $442 or whatever the equivalent is now. I don't know how updated this is, for the Disney program participation fee, and that goes towards all of these free activities that you'll be doing, because they actually do give you physical things, like you can do crafts and movies, and yeah, they provide a lot, so I guess that fee covers that. Eligibility. So yeah, as they said in the Disney Careers website, you have to be at least 18 years old, you have to have a valid passport for the UK that is valid for at least 16 months after the program start date. So that's really important, actually. With mine, the start date could have been anywhere from July 2023 to September 2024. I'm going out in July 2024, so I did not know what 16 months after the program date would be. But this is my big recommendation. If you want to take one top tip from this video, I feel like this one is something that's often overlooked, but is very important, because I picked up on this during the final interview as something that Yvette, the recruiter, said. So I'm just repeating what she said, and I think it's accurate, so I'm just repeating what I've heard. But I would recommend that you have 16 months past the latest start date. I think there are a few people who are waiting around to renew their passports in case they got on the program or not. I think at that point it's too late, because I remember in the interview that Yvette said that if your passport is expired, or it's expiring during your term, or you don't have enough months on it, that she would just not give you an offer, because there's no way of knowing if you'd be able to get it updated in time. So it's just really important that you have a passport that is 16 months valid past the latest start date, I would say. So at least that. I actually had to renew mine because it was going to expire in May of 2025. So as soon as I came back from a holiday that I was on in June of 2023, I renewed it. It took like 10 days. It was really quick. You can just send it off and then they send it right back to you. But I would highly recommend that you make sure that your passport is in date. I just made sure that they knew that I had an in-date passport, because it's so incredibly important and not something to look over. So yeah, definitely make sure that you do that. You also have to be available for 12 months, of course, because the contract is 12 months. They don't want you to just drop out halfway through, because that makes it very difficult and it's just not great. But I mean, people might because of personal reasons, but you should go in knowing that you have 12 months ahead that you are willing to be there. And yeah, of course, be available during the program dates. So you can say when your preferred start date is. You need to make sure that you are available, of course. And yeah, you got to be able to authentically represent the UK, so know a little bit about the UK, I guess, and traditions. So, you know about the things that they have in the pavilion, you know, tea, I don't know, UK culture, pubs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's knowledge that you get from just living in the UK. And then you got to demonstrate strong experience and excellent skills in the field of either food and beverage or retail. So yes, you definitely need to have some experience in those things. It is such an incredibly competitive program that I think some people get through without much experience in those things, but I think it's really going to boost your CV if you have experience in retail and food and beverage, because at the end of the day, that's what the roles are in. So yes, definitely make sure that you have something like that, or you can demonstrate skills that will relate to retail or food and beverage. And there's no important dates right now. And yes, there's a few costs here. I don't know if all of these cover all the costs that you'll have. There are definitely other costs. And I think I'm going to make a breakdown video on all of the costs, but I'll just show this up close. These are the costs. I spoke about the participation fee. Of course, you have to pay for going to the embassy if you do end up going. You pay for your own flights. People have asked me whether Disney pay for the flights or not. They do not. And then you also have to get medical insurance too. So just make sure that you're covered with that. Of course, weekly accommodation costs that come out of your payroll, and they recommend that you bring some supporting funds just because you won't be paid straight away and you need to pay for food and just general lifestyle stuff and getting yourself set. So they recommend that you bring between $350 and $750 US. I'll probably bring some more just to make sure, but yeah, that is like the minimum that they recommend. So yeah, that's the program. That's the website where you apply. So I will link that below. Let's have a look at where you'll be living. Oh, this is the most exciting part. I keep saying that. It's an exciting part. So Flamingo Crossings is brand spanking new. Well, a few years ago. It's not brand new, but it's pretty brand new. And this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's got palm trees. It's got pools, and it's full of 2 and 4 bedroom apartments. So every apartment has 4 people in. Some are shared, some have individual rooms. I think you can put your preference down, but they will just assign you what they have. So just have to wait and see, I guess, what you're gonna get. So you could be sharing, or you could be a room by yourself, but sharing an apartment, definitely. So if you have any medical accommodations, you can apply for, like, yeah, accommodations if you have anything that would require you to have like a single room or whatever, but you can actually let them know about that if you are concerned. But again, they'll just try and put you where they can. I've never lived like this. It looks cool. So yeah, they do have a gym. It is included, which is awesome. So you can stay fit, healthy, and happy because they've got an expansive community center, a multi-purpose lounge, so just places to sit and hang out basically. A recreation center, so yeah, they've got some games that you can play if you just want to hang out, socialize, all that stuff. The Great Lawn Outdoor Courtyard, I believe that's where they hold all the like parties and stuff, but again, it's just another nice green space. Wi-Fi, a fitness center, basketball court, barbecues. There's barbecues everywhere. I've seen people's videos. I'll link a few really good video tours of Flamingo Crossing because I've seen a few, but they have some outdoor barbecues. Hammocks I think they have outside as well. That looks cool. I would love to lie on a hammock and just chill. I love them. Swimming pools, beach entry, sun deck, volleyball court. So yeah, lots and lots of really cool stuff. Also in the room as well, which is very different to the previous accommodation, you get a flat panel TV included. I don't think there was a TV included in the old accommodation as far as I know. As well as, this is one of the most exciting things that has changed since the old accommodation to the new one, you get a washer and dryer included. So you obviously have to share with your flatmates or your roommates, but you do get a washer and dryer between the four of you in your accommodation, which is great. I'm sure you can set a schedule for that if you are concerned, but you can wash your own clothes in your own space and you don't have to take it into like a communal space, so that's really good. The kitchens have cutlery and utensils and stuff. Again, internet, water, sewer, trash included, all that stuff covered by the fee. Excellent. Leather style furniture, so I guess that means you can keep it clean. Private bedrooms and bathrooms available, stainless steel kitchen appliances, and I didn't know this actually, USB outlets in every room. That sounds great. Peace of mind. So you got 24-hour on-call staff, individual liability leases, and a courtesy patrol officer. So yeah, it's just very secure. I believe you have to use a card to get in and all that. So it's very, very, very secure and safe. This is where it is. It's 11 minutes from Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot, and 13 minutes away from Magic Kingdom. So super close. Very convenient for obviously getting to work because that's really important. And Flamingo Crossings Town Center, this is a new area of Orlando where they have like a Target, they have Five Below I think, and Dunkin' and Starbucks, and I'm trying to like recall the ones that I know of, but there's a whole area where they have lots of shopping and dining and stuff, and pizza I think. And yeah, they do also have access to roads. Again, as a UK person, unless you decide to rent a car or buy a car or something crazy, you probably don't care about that. Unless you get an Uber, I guess. I don't know. So here are some floor plans. This is what it looks like. So this is the cost per month. Is it? What? Oh, you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom private? I didn't know that was an option. I was like, why is it so expensive? My brain just went fart then. I was just looking at it like, what is that? So you can only share with one other person in that one? That's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. It looks very expensive. This is kind of a bit more my speed. Maybe this one as well. I think this would be my preferred one, the 4-bed 2-bath, or maybe the 4-bed 4-bath, but yeah, I didn't know they did a 2-bed 2-bath. Here it also lists as well. I'll just put it up in big on the screen, but here you can see all the different appliances that they promise to give you when you're there, so you can sort of have an idea of what to bring, what not to bring, or what to buy when you get there as well. So I'm guessing maybe the oh no, it says cast member floor plans, internship floor plans, program floor plans. Oh, okay. I think I understand now. I don't know why there's a different one here to this one, but yeah, this is what it says for the programs. They have these 3. How bizarre. I guess someone can tell me. But yeah, that's that. Anyway. So you have 2 villages as well. You've got the East Village and the West Village. So there's 2 different areas. So the East Village has the community center and the apprentice hall and all that stuff, which is where you'll be doing all your learning and your school stuff and your training. And then the other one is mostly just buildings, but I think it does have a few bits. Yeah, it does actually have a community center, this one, but it's just the apprentice hall, which is the like teaching area that's on the East Village. So there's 2 different villages, and these are all different buildings full of apartments, and these are all parking spaces as well. So for those who are bringing cars, there's plenty of places to park. And then here's just a little look at the gallery. So this is what it kind of looks like. Very cool, very modern. Just, it looks clean. I don't know if it is clean, but it looks clean. Like all of this looks really nice. You got like a little chessboard, gym. That's what the apartment looks like for those who are curious. It's quite nice. It doesn't come with a rug or a clock or anything like that, but those are the like furniture bits. Looks very nice. Quite spacious. This is an example of a bedroom. Yeah. That's the shared one with the divider. There's the washer dryer. So yeah, very cool, very nice place. All right, so that is all of the official websites about the CRP itself. Now I'm just going to show you some of the places where you could be working. So we're going to go through the different food and beverage areas and also the shops. So to start off with, you've got the Yorkshire County Fish Shop. So this is the quick service restaurant in the UK Pavilion. So here I'm pretty sure the menu is fish and chips and drinks. So yep, beer battered fish and chips, and then just a few snacks and beverages. It's so simple. There's 2 beer options. It's very, 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 very simple. So not a lot to remember. And I think, yeah, a nice place to start for sure. So yeah, this is the area. It's got its own little seating area. It's right next to the Rose and Crown, just in the little corner over here. So it's a nice little cute little fish shop. So that's really nice. You've also got the beer cart, so you can stand there and you can serve pints all day. I think there's a bit more options on this one. So yeah, there's a few more. You've got 3 different draft beers or ciders and some water. And then of course you've got the Rose and Crown dining room. So if you become a server, you can actually serve in this dining room. So this is the pub section. I think they have their own bartenders here, but I know that you can become a server and you can sell like bangers and mash. It kind of looks like an old-timey pub. You can serve fish and chips, sticky toffee pudding. There's loads of cool stuff on the menu. So I'll show you really quick. You've got salad, scotch eggs, fish and chips, bangers and mash. The thing with a lot of Disney menus is that they are quite small, so there's not heaps of stuff to remember, and it keeps it quite simple for the cast members, I believe. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. Grilled chicken for kiddies and fish and chips. And yeah, this is the pub as well, so you can come in and get a drink in this area. And then again, this is just a little look at the UK Pavilion. So this is the area that I just showed. The food area is kind of like on this side of the pavilion, and then all of this is like shops. There's a garden here so you can watch live bands. You can also see Alice here, which is really cool. So there's actually characters meeting, and I'm not sure if they show it, but you can meet Pooh Bear now. I don't know if they've updated it, but there is Christopher Robin's bedroom and you can meet Pooh Bear there. So the UK cast members don't do any of the character stuff. They don't do any of the character attending or character performing or anything like that for the UK Pavilion. That's just the entertainment cast members, but they are within the UK Pavilion, which is very cool. So shop-wise, we've got the tea caddies, so that's where they do the Twinings tea. You've got the sportsman's shop, so lots of sporty stuff. The Crown and Crest, which is something I'm going to talk about in a moment, but that is a place where you can look up your family crest and get a print of it and things like that and learn about your family history, I guess. You've got the Queen's Table. I'm not sure what this one sells. I'm guessing it's just more UK related stuff. Lords and ladies, yeah, maybe that's more fancy stuff. I don't know. I know about some of these shops, like the Toy Soldier. That's like definitely more toys and plush and things like that. This one, oh, this is health and beauty, and this is food. Ah, okay. Bet this one has all the chocolate in it. I've not researched as much into the merchandise offerings because I am doing food and beverage, but if you are looking to do merchandise, those are the offerings there. This is the tea caddy. They had a page for it as well, so you can see that they have a wide selection of Twinings tea and teapots and all sorts of tea related stuff, memorabilia, and it's a cool shop. I like it. It's nice. I only ever drink English breakfast tea myself, but if you want every flavor of tea under the sun, you can go into this shop here. So this is just a quick glance at the Crown and Crest program. It looks identical to the CRP, it's just called the HRC, you can see up here. So I'll link to this one, but this is also another program if you are interested in doing merchandise at the Crown and Crest. So you can have a little look at that if you'd like, but I thought I'd give it an honourable mention, and this is the Crown and Crest, so you can go in there and learn all about your family history, get a family coat of arms on a plaque. And yeah, I've heard quite a lot of people saying that it's a really fun experience. So if you want to work specifically there, there is a separate program and I have linked it below. But yeah, I think that is where I'm going to end it. It's been a very long video. Yes, I hope you got some good information there. I'll leave all the links below so that you can sort of look in your own time in a bit more detail if you have any more questions. But if you do have any questions, you can leave them below. And if you got to the end of the video, post this emoji in the comments to see how many people wonder what you're up to. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and press the bell for any notifications of new videos, and I will see you very soon with more updates and more stuff about the Disney CRP process. Bye guys!